Hey everyone, so back where I started, back in the UK, walking the dog, Healthy. Been back in the UK a couple of days. I know myself and my students are dealing with the jet lag. We're wide awake very early in the morning, ready for training. So it's getting back into that, but it is slowly aligning to UK time. Just gonna start rambling a bit and part of my processing of what's happened. We've come back very consolidated in how we do things as a school, how I teach, how I balance accessibility of Wudang Sangfang Pai practices with tradition, but also we've come back changed as well, which is probably inevitable given that we've been waiting 11 years to get the transmission from the source, and it's happened. Firstly, Bing Shifu's Zhong Shui Chao's teaching practice. I think 11 years ago I didn't realise what I was looking at, and to see the way he moves, to see him contextualise those movements within Sangfang Pai tradition, Taoist symbology and applications is something else. Sorry, dog moment. It's so rich and it's so beyond what I've been doing for the last few years, and so inspiring. And along that, I've become his disciple. My Taoist name, Zhu for short, 16th generation Sangfang Pai lineage holder. What an honour that is, and I feel that on my shoulders, but not too heavy, more exhilarating and exciting, a big part of my life now. So that's going to be reflected in what we do, and in support of that we formalised some instructor roles in my school. Sylvain, Matteo, Claire and Mark, who had to undergo a number of challenges and performances in front of different masters to get their status accepted within Sangfang Pai 2. Really proud of them because they all completely rose to it. That means now we can, first, everyone should get more tuition and no one should be left without a rich learning experience in the weekly classes. But we can do more things, such as more one-to-ones, privates, two-to-ones people, for those who want to take it to another level, towards a level that the 12 of us have experienced in the last 2 weeks, where you're working on your body and your mind and your breath, working on learning the movements that have been passed down and passed down and passed down. So that's really exciting. So I think that's going to be a clear change, while keeping things accessible and fun. A few people gave lovely feedback online about us being both committed and skilled, but having a lot of fun, and that is definitely us. Bing Shifu is playful alongside his formality as well, which is a perfect fit for us. That was lovely to discover mutually together. We kind of realised that we're the only school that regularly practices one particular form, Tai He Gun, which Bing Shifu learnt from Dr. Wang, another priest at the Purple Heaven Palace, and we got to meet him. So we love practicing that staff form, and that's exciting that we're keeping that going. Particularly now we've got some tips and feedback from being Shifu on it. So that's another responsibility. It feels like 2006, my wife and I went there, walked around the mountain, walked up to Jingding. Couldn't find a learning opportunity back then. 2012 I went back, had a good stint with Master Bing as my entry point into Sangfang Pai and other things. Like, I hadn't done Tai Chi or anything at that point. And then that really opened up the door and catalyst to my own practice. And then from then to now, it's been learning from other masters and instructors in Europe, in UK, leaning into Shuangwu Pai as well, and learning all their rich traditions from those instructors who practice both traditions. It's been amazing, and developing our community here. And now it feels like we take our own place in Sangfang Pai community globally. You know, we're a strong presence now with our own distinct flavour, and I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud of all my students, really proud of my new instructors, I'm proud of myself for nurturing and cultivating the community. I've got to pick myself up, right? When I came back in 2012, I was doing Shaolin, which was cool, but I was just me practicing the Wudang stuff on my own on a hill above Oxford here. Now that number increased to 20 students practicing on the hill and in the city in the evenings, and then I brought a whole chunk of them back to Wudang with me, which I never expected would be the flavour of the return trip when I was there back in 2012. So I'm proud of myself too. It's been amazing. I'm resting now, balancing, spending time with the family this week. I still have the business of a ruptured Achilles to heal. I had some pretty intense traditional Chinese medicine treatments when I was out there, which I think have helped, but I'm still not able to run or jump. So I've got a few months of strengthening that to get that to that level, so I can enjoy all the fun with my other students. So on with my rehab and yoga and consolidating the slower practices or the grounded practices in our tradition. So it's all good. This may be the last Daoshu Diary for a while, and it feels like this might be the end point for it. Thank you all for listening, responding, making me and us feel less alone during all of our hurdles and trials and tribulations. It's really meant a lot to feel connected with a wider community. I really mean that. Thank you, everyone. Makes us bigger than the things that get thrown at us, be it COVID or injuries or any other kind of restrictions. So we'll still post stuff and stay connected, maybe different kinds of videos in the future. But thank you again. This is the last Daoshu Diary. Goodbye from me. Goodbye from Elfie. Take it easy, guys. Bye bye.